Among the great attempts to find a firm grounding for politics without resorting to metaphysical notions was utilitarianism. This school of thought, driven in part by the industrial, scientific, and democratic spirit of the times, was best represented by Jeremy Bentham. For Bentham, and I quote, "Nature has placed mankind under the governance of two sovereign masters, pain and pleasure. It is for them alone to point out what we ought to do, as well as to determine what we shall do. On the one hand, the standard of right and wrong, on the other, the chain of causes and effects are fastened to their throne." The community, according to Bentham, is a fictitious body, and its interest is nothing more than the sum of the interests of the several members who compose it. Government, then, is true to the principle of utility if it aims to procure the greatest happiness of the greatest number. Bentham thus rejects all organic conceptions of the state, so pervasive in classical antiquity and in medieval society. A notion that you will find in the works of Plato, Aristotle, and of course, St. Thomas Aquinas. The happiness of the individual is not always aligned with the happiness of the greatest number. To bring about alignment, Bentham looked to the elevation of the mind through education and to the creation of institutional environments that channeled selfish impulses to socially useful ends. Thus, it is easy to see how utilitarianism was in fact consistent with capitalism and its belief in the free market. Far from identifying utility with unbridled selfishness, Bentham held that education should cultivate the capacity for rationally conceived happiness, which includes sympathy, benevolence, and goodwill towards others. The error of Machiavelli, according to him, did not consist in consulting the principle of utility, but applying it badly. Bad faith is bad policy. If Machiavelli viewed man as inherently depraved, Bentham and his followers, on the other hand, conceived of man as capable of being good. Human nature was malleable. The key was education, which is the reason why utilitarianism as a movement is associated with educational reform.